G'day, it's Mike here, back with another free weekly instant tournament.
We're coming from the Gold Coast, one of the best congresses on the planet. You should check it out if you haven't. I've also got Leon here joining me as well. So let's jump in. So to get in, you want to go Solitaire, then weekly for instant tournament. Alright, board number one. We've got 44113. Pass to us. What are your thoughts on what you would open? Would it be a club or a diamond?
Well, if you open a club, what do you do over a club of spade? Do you just bet a no trump?
Yeah, I'd bid a no trump. One of the things in third seat to consider is that you've probably not got that many points as a pair, and getting your best suit out there as a lead direct is pretty powerful.
That is a good reason for one club, and like bidding a club a spade a no trump isn't that bad, and bidding a diamond a spade two clubs is also kind of lying. So I think I'm in for a club.
And if partner has got 4-4 in the minors, you definitely want to play in clubs rather than diamonds. So what about you, Pete?
Yeah, I would open a club. I do dislike rebidding a no trump in general with the singleton.
Yeah.
Here, singleton ace, it makes it much more viable, and
bidding passed as well.
Yeah, bidding a diamond and then two clubs just seems. I really don't want to emphasize these diamonds.
Yeah.
So I'm a one club bidder, but not because I'm thrilled about this sort of auction here.
Yeah. But it is worth streaming that you want to plan your auction before you start your opening bid, thinking about your rebid.
We open a club, still got the club lead.
That was nice of the opponents.
Yeah. So we've got two clubs at least, spade and a diamond.
Might want to look at how this would play in two diamonds, because if someone opens a diamond, it's going to go a diamond, a spade, two clubs, two diamonds.
I would still imagine lots of people would bid a diamond, a spade, a no trump still, and then North should put it back to two diamonds if they did.
Yeah.
Two diamonds would play pretty reasonably, but
another consideration is that it's going to play pretty well for the opponents in spades on this hand.
Yeah.
So the opponents probably have access to at least 7, maybe 8 tricks in spades.
What auction are you imagining them getting to spades?
Well, they've got 8 spades between them, so one of them likely has a little bit of stuff in spades.
So club lead here could be 4 or 5 card suit. Looks like we just want to play like a diamond to the queen.
Yeah, I like a diamond to the queen.
Yeah, I mean, the other consideration is whether we can afford to play a diamond to the ace first, which would safeguard against an honour offside. But it looks like left-hand opponent has 4 clubs and righty probably 4 or 5 clubs on the left, and righty probably has 2 or 3.
Yeah, so like in this suit, it always looks like you're losing a diamond. So you could play a diamond to the ace, get back to the south hand, and lead a diamond up towards the queen. The issue is getting back to your hand is
not so easy. Yeah,
non-trivial.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. Diamond to the queen looks right.
Ooh, jack. Okay, so we're missing king 9-8. So, is it Doubleton king jack?
Hope so.
Looks like it is.
All right, so we've got a few options here now.
Well, the beer card is in play, for sure.
I don't have my giant beer
consideration.
card with me, but so we could pull a club. We could play a heart. We could just cash the
club
S
did
down.
they lead?
The 4.
4.
We're still missing jack 9. But if East has one or both of them, that would be awesome.
Yeah. But we'd have to guess which one.
It does feel like leading a small club away from a bunch of small ones isn't very likely, and leading into a club bid. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what the robots do. The robots are a bit crazy, yeah?
They tend to prefer passive leads.
Okay, yep.
To me, when they've opened a club and they haven't found a fit, leading from like 5 clubs to the jack or 4 to the jack,
it is pretty crazy.
Unappealing.
Yep.
4 low clubs,
yeah,
not unreasonable.
I think we're probably ruling out them having the jack then, so we might want to play a club to the 10 here and now.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
One consideration is if it's not king jack Doubleton with West. Is there any chance that's not the case?
And East has ducked. I mean, the problem is it's difficult to see that happening given that it could be 10 jack.
Yeah.
So I mean, there also is some sense to start playing hearts and let the opponents maybe play more clubs if they're at this point. righty might get in at some point and play a club through back to his partner's stuff.
Yeah.
The other consideration is that something like ducking a heart and then playing heart to the king. But it all depends on whether they break the spades open.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Ducking a heart feels pretty good even if they break the spades open, because then we can play diamond to the ace, finish the club anyway.
One of the issues though is if we're going to play hearts at all, maybe we should just play heart to the king straight away.
Yeah.
I think I do like heart to the king. Like, I'm not worried about them running hearts.
I like a heart to the king.
And if they do end up running stuff, we're going to run into hand pressure, having to discard quite a few cards from their hand.
Yeah.
So I think a heart to the king. Yeah.
And we're pretty sure about the minor suit positions, so we know we don't need to lose the lead for those. Nice.
Okay. So still missing the jack.
They led 4 and 5.
So West has led low from 3 or 4 cards. We haven't seen the 2 or the 3, whichever one was missing. So they could be a 5-card suit still.
They still haven't broken any of the other suits for us. Yeah, I mean,
we could just play another heart.
I think another heart feels right at this point, yeah. One consideration there was crossing in diamonds to play the heart towards our hand, which gives the impression we have something in hearts.
Oh.
Yeah.
They hopped in with the jack from... Really? They hopped in with the jack from King Jack 9.
Well, that messed us up. the other benefit of the diamond up play is we would have realised that. But
that's a good play. We did want to keep the entry to our hand there, I thought.
We're not realistically winning in the north
point.
hand.
We're not winning any tricks anymore.
What we are doing is potentially winning clubs and then playing a diamond to the beer.
That was an excellent play from West there to slot the jack from King Jack 9.
Yeah. I'm impressed.
Oh! Yes, it comes good! Beautifully played. 85%.
85. With the beer card.
So
what
poor West with a single and spade.
Too easy.
One hand,
East
one beer,
never
and
bid with
85%.
7
What a
spades.
start.
Yeah.
How did East never bid with 7 spades?
It is tricky when North's bid a spade.
Well, they passed.
They did pass initially, so usually I would open a spade or 3 spades. But let's say it went like a club pass a spade. Would you two play 2 spades as natural or Michael's? Or?
I think it's a good spot to have 2 spades available as natural, because the problem in this case though is that you're a passed hand, and in that context, it's a lot less likely you want to bid a natural 2 spades.
Yeah.
But I certainly would never pass this East hand under any conditions.
Even if they couldn't bid 2 spades as natural, they could bid it after the 1 neutral.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, definitely. They had plenty of chances, so yeah.
So we've just breezed through this hand.
Yeah. So open to no trump, partner transferred to hearts.
And we accept it.
Yep.
Okay.
So we've got a club loser after the lead, 2 spade losers, but we can dump one on the king of diamonds, and we want to navigate the hearts, not suffer club ruffs.
Do you think there's ever a case to be made for trying to sneak a spade to the queen?
It's interesting, in this situation, when you've got a big trump fit, I'm always sort of looking to see if I can eliminate the side suits and reach an ending where we can make them break the spades for us. Perhaps if the king of hearts is Doubleton, on the second heart the person will be put in and forced to lead a suit, and if we can get rid of most of the stuff, they'll be forced to lead potentially a spade into the queen. So I'd sort of be angled at that, I think.
Does look like our entries are a bit awkward for doing that. Like, you could win the ace of clubs, diamond to the ace, heart to the ace, king of diamonds, ditching a spade, and rough one.
Yeah.
But the club suit and the heart suit are still open.
And
Yeah, that's true. We need to get it. We need to get a club through without the club being rough, which is the clubs were 4-3. We could probably play a club back now, and we might be okay.
It is still possible that the person who has... Well, I don't think we need... But like, the person who's got the king of hearts doesn't have the club.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
So here we're just hoping for singleton. Oh, Queen of Diamonds. Singleton, King of Hearts. Ooh.
So certainly there were safer ways to play the heart suit.
Yeah, but they gave up on the end play option.
But again, at match point, you can't afford to do those. You've got to play your best chance to make the most tricks.
Also, you wouldn't be willing to run the Queen of Hearts and have it lose to the King and go club rough.
Exactly. There are certainly downsides.
I'm still a fan of playing King of Diamonds Diamond.
Yeah, so we've got now 2 losers in hearts, and we have to avoid losing a single spade, which is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Maybe clubs are 6-1. So King of Diamonds, Rough of Diamond, Exit a Heart.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Maybe the
That seems like a better chance, because if they win the club and they have the King of Spades, then they can just play another club back. And if they don't have the King of Spades, then they'll just play a spade then and there, and their partner will get in play.
The other possibility is that the King Queen of Clubs is Doubleton. But again, that's very unlikely now that we know that West has got.
West discarded a club.
That's very, very, very unlikely.
One of the other considerations is I could have considered pulling the Queen of Hearts.
Just leading the Queen of Hearts straight.
It does pick up stiff Jack, but also I was never really willing to run it.
Well, it then loses to Stiff King and West.
Yeah, there we go.
West
Too
has
easy.
discarded a lot of
Nice.
clubs there, so the clubs
Yeah.
were 6-1.
Beautiful.
Nicely
Again.
done.
Well played.
92%.
Well done. Every hand has
Yeah.
gone from good to bad to good again. The roller coaster of bridge.
So here we've got 14 high card points, 2-2-5-4. So we could open a diamond. What are your thoughts for 1 no trump?
I was thinking 1 no trump.
Yeah, I'm in for a no trump.
We all love opening a no trump here.
But especially at the vulnerability, it does reward you for being a bit pushy. If it's going to be a part score battle, you'd rather play it going one off rather than...
And we
the
might
opponent.
prevent them finding a heart fit.
Yeah, even though having... ideally, you'd like to have a few more doubletons and stuff.
What are your thoughts about for the evaluation, like King Queen doubles and probably not great?
Yeah.
We do have a 5-card suit.
Yeah, I would say overall the King Queen Doubleton is a negative, but the Ace Queen 10 9 to 5 is a significant positive. The hand's worth about 15.
And we have the bear card.
Okay. So here it went 2 hearts, hearts and a minor. Partner bid 2 no trump, Lebensoul, which says bid 3 clubs. Says nothing about clubs. We listened to them. And then partner bid 3 hearts, which is part of Lebensoul. Like I almost never bid. Like my partnership was like, too hard for me. But what they're saying is they've basically got a hand that would have stamen, but they've also got a heart stopper.
Yeah.
Where do we want to play?
Again, it's
if
good
that-
news for us given that we haven't got a heart stopper. In fact, even 3 hearts.
And if they'd bid 3 hearts directly over 2 hearts, that would have been stamen without a stopper.
Yeah.
But
But-
they should just make a takeout double with that hand.
Yeah, a lot of people play takeout doubles here, but I'm not sure if the robots do.
Yeah.
They don't double a lot.
Oh, that's true. The robots might play penalty doubles over 1 no trump interference.
So West has like typically 5 hearts, 4. Ooh, I like that diamond lead, and I also don't. Oh no, that's good. We're missing the 2 of diamonds. I was worried West had a genuine diamond suit, but we're
they
missing the
would
2, so
Yeah.
that's like a singleton or doubleton diamond. Which
Yep.
is
So it feels... Again, one of the things, leading long suits tends to be a winning option against no trumps, and the robots aren't very good at that. They tend to be very conservative and passive.
So we have 8 toppies.
We've got 8 top tricks, assuming that the diamond is...
that they haven't like from 3 to the
Yeah.
king.
Yeah.
There are,
Entries are a bit limited. We're going to have to use the diamond suit for entries.
the beer card is in jeopardy.
I kind of want to put the 8 on, hoping to prompt the king.
Yeah, it does. The other option would be the jack, which might be even more likely to prompt the king.
Yeah.
Keeping the 7 for an entry, and a potential beer card if everything goes...
I like the jack. Yeah, I agree.
All right, we've got an entry, but we don't have the 9th trick yet. Feels like we need to play a club and hope that they don't just take all the hearts.
It just looks like a club 2 king's good.
Yep, I agree.
You could consider something like the jack of clubs.
I think that the reality is we kind of do want 10 tricks here.
Yeah.
In an ideal world. If the jack of hearts is with West, that will give us a safe access to 10 tricks.
Interesting, so they're ducked.
So it feels now like we know a little bit more about West's shape.
Well, we know West has clubs.
West is going to have clubs, so 5 hearts and 4 clubs.
So if the heart suit was going down, they could have done that anyway.
Yeah.
So do we just trust, like, okay, they haven't taken it yet?
Yeah, I think that's actually a reasonable consideration.
And another thing to think about is if the robots had Ace King to 5 hearts and we play a club to them, they're not going to underlead the Ace King because they know that
it is match points and they're worried
thinking
about.
double dummies, so they know that we'll always... Oh, the 10.
That's a big card.
Oh,
nice. All
we're
right.
making 11 now, aren't we?
Yeah.
But we can't get the bear card.
No. There's 1 spade.
So it
Any
now...
chance of a squeeze for 12?
So West is a 5-5, singleton diamond, maybe 2 spades. So I think he started with 5.
5 spades and is now down to 4. So it's...
I just want to see if they discard a double spade. No. All right. Just in case they had a 4-card spade suit to begin with. No. Alright, so making 11.
Excellent score. Well done. Again, the robot there punished for making a passive lead of a singleton. If they worked out to lead a small heart, it would be very, very difficult to get it right, and you would likely lose the first 6 tricks.
Yeah.
But can I just comment on what I think? So if they won the Ace of Hearts and played a low heart, I don't think they're ever doing that with the Ace King, since the robots work on double dummy analysis. So double dummy, they know that you can always put up the queen, and they know that they're risking over tricks. So if they then went and played a low one, you would want to play low, hoping that they have the jack.
Interesting. A lot of things that the robot bridge only related ideas.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts there? So we've got 14, we've got a 5-card suit, we've got 3 aces. Is this a strong no trump?
I think pretty easily a strong no trump.
I'm a strong no trumper.
The thing that aces are called 4 points in the normal high card point counting method, but they're actually better than that. They're definitely worth about 4.5 or 4.4 or something. So I think this hand is worth about 15.
So you're not a believer in aces and spaces.
I'm a believer in aces win tricks.
Yeah.
Aces go places.
Aces go places for sure.
This looks like 4 hearts.
So an easy 4 hearts.
Yeah.
With a doubleton on the side, you're very likely going to be able to make an extra trick with hearts as trumps. You've got good trumps as well. Your opponents always lead trumps.
So we've got 2 fits. We've got spade loser, 2 diamond losers, 3 club losers. So plenty of losers.
We're certainly going to be in a skinny contract because the field, if the field doesn't open strong no trump, they're going to be
in 1 no trump maybe.
1 no trump maybe. So we certainly need to make to make the contract to get a good score here, and we're not in a good contract. So sometimes the aces and spaces turns out to be good. Sometimes the place you go is off, but don't give up hope yet.
Yeah. Like, these aces aren't very different on the sand from just kings, and when they're opposite partners queens.
So I'm thinking straight away that the club suit offers some potential for a discarding source.
Yeah.
And we're going to need something quite favourable, but not impossible.
We're going to need to hope to lose only 2 tricks and clubs, right?
Yep.
So
something like Ace Jack or King Jack tight on the left would be enough. It feels like the robots shouldn't have Ace King of clubs on the left.
Yeah.
Um,
Is a stiff jack good enough?
a stiff Jack would lead them getting a club rough, but then we might have some chances.
Can we afford to draw trumps first?
Feel like that'll get them to just attack the spades and diamonds too quickly.
Yep, I think
Yeah.
winning the hard in hand and playing a club towards the queen feels like a reasonable choice, and we're going to need to get a bit lucky.
We could, if it goes low, we could hope that East has a stiff king or ace.
Yeah, or even doubled in king or ace. So doubled in ace king is a possibility as well.
Yeah, doubled in ace king.
So
What heart should I win?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Like, I don't want, like, I want them to continue hearts again.
yeah, definitely.
So maybe the ace, but the ace should reveal what's going on.
Maybe the queen
Queen?
is best to keep the possibility that their partner has the ace and can play 2 more rounds to cut down the roughs.
Yeah. I think queen looks good.
Yeah, I think that the problem on this end is that we're very, very likely to be in trouble if the opponents can defend well. So one trying to keep them in the dark as much as possible.
Yeah. What's happening today?
Guess my internet connection's a bit dodgy, and then. Alright. So, club up.
Come on, Jack.
Maybe king.
King.
Not so
Okay.
bad. Not so bad.
King Jack top.
Whoa! Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we're missing Jack 9-8. I can duck this. Like, they might have led away from the king. Unlikely, but
Oh,
they can't.
if you duck this,
So the problem
They
is, if
can't
we
continue
do duck this and they win and switch to a diamond.
oh yeah.
I just win the queen because I've led away from the king.
That's so we know a bit more about the shape now. We know almost certainly that lefty has 4 clubs to the king jack. We know that righty has a singleton ace in clubs. So certainly the majority of the spades are likely to be with righty. He's more likely to have the king of spades based on that context. But breaking away from a king here, looking at queen 1,
Yeah.
doesn't feel right. A good player in each seat would be leading the suit that they haven't got the king in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they do win the king of spades and play a diamond, and they don't have the king, and East has the king, but
One consideration though is if the king of spades is with West, we can untangle the spades to pitch our losing club, and now we're not going to lose a club.
Or if West leads a club to give their partner a rough,
Then
we can
bluffing
ultimately dump a diamond and set up the long.
Yeah, so it feels right to play small, even though
yeah.
it's probably not going to
Yeah.
work. So as expected, West has the king.
it's a nice return for us.
Okay. So we could play Ace of Diamonds, Diamond,
So an interesting consideration here is
ducking the diamond.
I mean, what about the idea of drawing trumps now and playing the queen of clubs and a club towards the 10, which now establishes our clubs to discard all the stuff.
Does it establish our clubs?
We would need 2 entries to.
Yeah. We
No,
don't. have
you're right.
the
There's not enough gas going. Yeah,
So we could play Ace of Diamonds, Diamond up. If East wins it,
If West wins it, then they can just give their partner a club rough.
if West wins it, they give their partner a club rough. Yeah. So if West has the King of Diamonds, what we want to do is just draw trumps and play Ace of Diamonds, Diamond up towards the Queen.
Yeah.
If East has the King of Diamonds, you want to go like Ace of Diamonds, Diamond, pitch a club.
Do the roughing stuff.
And rougher.
Can we do it if Ace has the King of Diamonds?
Yeah, we can pitch the club on the spade, play Ace of Diamonds, diamond, rough the diamond with the Ace of Hearts, and then cross back to draw the rest of the trumps with the King Jack.
But the issue is like Ace wins the King of Diamonds, they play a heart.
And now
You're in the wrong.
we
hand.
have entry issues.
Yeah.
That would work if East only had 2 hearts and they couldn't overruff the club on the way through, but that feels unlikely given they've only got 1 club. The consideration also is that maybe the hearts are 4-1 now, given the breaking clubs.
Yeah.
Definitely a tricky one.
I think that East is more likely to have the King of Diamonds, since I think whether to play diamonds or spades was a restricted choice position.
Yeah, that's an excellent. That's a point. They could easily, without the King of Diamonds, it might be a good idea for West to switch to a diamond. Another thing worth considering is that the line of playing for Diamond King onside will win against a 4-1 trump break. So maybe that makes it more appealing.
Yeah, and I really don't see a great way to make if Ace has the King of Diamonds.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about lead the Queen of Diamonds and duck it? Queen, King, duck.
We run into the same problem as well. We need to try and if they play a heart, we need to both rough the 3rd diamond and get back to the table to draw the trumps, and we can't do it. So I think we're all in on the draw the trumps and then hope that the diamond is with West.
The suspense is killing me. So we're also missing the Jack 10 of Diamonds. Doubt that's going to be relevant anyway.
Probably not.
I mean, the final consideration is that if West has all of the stuff, they're going to run into issues. On this trick, they have to pitch something. Yeah, they've always got enough cards in diamonds and spades to be safe from a
squeeze.
Yeah.
There might be a world where we can block the... Like, let's say West has the Jack of Diamonds. You play like Ace of Diamonds, Diamond, and the Jack appears, and they might need to lead away from clubs in the end.
Yeah, that's possible.
I can see that world. No break.
Do I want it?
Right, so now that the hearts are broken,
You could play the Ace of Spades here, pitching a club. And then just play for West to have the 3rd heart.
so that's a possibility. But surely it's more
Yeah.
likely that West just has the diamond king.
Yeah. Is it worthwhile taking the Ace of Spades here? No.
There's no reason to. You can draw the last trump. You don't even need to. You can, if you want to play the Ace of Spades now, you could.
Ooh, club discard.
So maybe now the 9 of Hearts is worth.
So we can just play Queen of Clubs club.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just play Queen of Clubs club and claim. So they must have had the King of Diamonds and just made it easy for
And
us.
recognise the problem. Yep.
Or
Oh!
So
Yeah.
a little bit fortunate there.
Yeah. 100%.
so could we have made it from the position we're at? So
We couldn't have made it. Yeah, we were right. We couldn't make it with East having the King of Diamonds, but we were fortunate with West discard.
So I think this comes back to opening 1 no trump with the 14 count. So West is probably trying to count points. Knows we're 15 to 17.
And gives us the King of Diamonds 100% at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So in a way, we've cheated the robots by not giving them an accurate
what
description
happened
of our
at
system.
other tables?
1 no trump.
Yeah.
We were the only ones in 4 hearts.
So, and what about board 3? What happened at other tables there?
Most people in 2 diamonds showed their diamonds and clubs.
Yeah.
But the 14 count 1 no trump strikes again. This time we've got 18, 5, 4, 3, 1. We can
Hold on. How's your point counting?
16. I'm just optimistic.
But you seem to pass over the idea of opening a no trump, which has worked so well for all the previous bullets on this one. Which wouldn't be a crazy choice with 16 points and a single
I think that would be a crazy choice. Imagine partner just has 4 hearts and passes, then we cold for 4 hearts.
So here we can bid clubs. Partner's double here shows clubs and diamonds. You can bid 2 clubs or potentially 3 clubs.
Or no trumps is a possibility still. But maybe it would have to be 2 no trumps because you do have a good hand. I think it's a close one. I think the 3... If you could pick a contract to play, you would like to play in no trumps, but you also want to play in a safe contract. In terms of scoring wise, NT scoring more points than a minor is very desirable at match points. However, other side of the coin is that making a positive score is pretty important.
I do like positives. It's worked well for us so far.
Yeah. I'm just leaning towards 2 clubs in hand.
I'm leaning towards... I certainly wouldn't bid 2 clubs. I would bid 3 clubs or 2 no trumps. I think they're my 2 options.
You prefer 3 clubs on this one?
Well, I think your hand is too good for 2 clubs. I think you want... there's a real chance your partner has a maximum pass, like 8 or 9 or 10, that you're going to have an excellent play for 3 no trumps.
How do the robots play 3 clubs? Do they play it as game forcing? Or?
It would be just showing some extra points in some clubs, yeah.
If it was game forcing, I wouldn't be keen.
But I hope we should have 8
decent
or 9
hand,
or 10.
no stopper in spades, asking us about ours. Got that great key card on clubs, and I'm pretty keen to pass this.
I'm
very
thinking
keen
to pass this. I'm kind of keen.
I mean, this is one where we're playing with an expert partner that you trusted. It's possible partner has something like a 6-5 or some serious high cards in the minors, but our hand isn't very suitable for slam, given that we've got only a singleton diamond and only 4 clubs. We could have had more distribution.
Let's give partner some hands where we could actually make 6 clubs.
Yeah. So they might pass something like a 5-5-10 count.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
we give them a singleton spade.
I reckon singleton heart's probably more likely, given there was no spade support.
Yep.
But let's say singleton heart, ace 5th club, ace 5th diamond.
Slam is sketchy.
Slam's pretty good with that hand.
It's okay if everything breaks, but we're going to need a lot of work to get it home. And I also think that we have kind of pushed our hand a little bit to start with. I think this is kind of minimum-ish for 3 clubs, even though I think it's clear. I think it's a minimum for 3 clubs. I also think that no trumps will likely play quite well if partner has got 5 or 6 clubs, a couple of spades likely on the lead, 8 tricks.
Yeah, we probably can get up to 9.
We're probably making about 3 no trump.
So, good news. I do think 5 clubs shows 3 key cards. So,
I mean, I certainly think I would be passing the 4 no trumps here, overruling partners' aggressive Blackwood choice. My partners as past hands don't tend to use Blackwood that much.
yeah. That was my instinct as well, but
Yeah. It was worth analysing what kind
Yeah,
of
sure,
hands partner
certainly.
can
I think if we had a 5th club, it would be a different story.
interesting. Well, we can probably build 4 club tricks, 2 spades, a heart and a diamond. That's 8. We could take a heart for this for 9.
We could hope that King, Queen of Diamonds are on side.
Yeah.
King, Queen of Diamonds.
We probably
and
need another diamond trick, right? So what if we consider ducking the opening spade? Trying to set up clubs and then running the jack of diamonds or something?
Something like a doubled honour in diamonds on our left gets us an extra diamond trick at the cost of 1 diamond trick, where
Yeah.
we're going to need some stuff here.
Not unlike the previous boards. I kind of like ducking the opening lead just to try and cut communication.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
the issue is that our Queen of Spades is one of our 8 tricks. And if we duck it and they can work out to switch to something else.
That probably will give us time to attack diamonds.
True, okay.
So, yeah. Jack 9. That does make me think that spades are 6-2.
And we're likely to need that.
So what do we play now? A club or a diamond?
I think a club's at least decent to mitigate going like 5 down.
I mean, the consideration is that if the spades are 5-3, and we let the East in with a diamond to play another spade, and like Pete says, West has the ace of clubs, then we're in all kinds of trouble. So I think playing a club feels clear now, and probably a big club.
Yeah.
I will point out that 6 clubs on a spade lead has some play. Not good play, but there's something.
Yeah. 5 clubs has more play than 4 no trump.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think this contract has more play than some of our previous.
They're not dead yet. So that's kind of good news. It does appear like West has the 6 spade hand that we were hoping he might have.
Kind of worried about entries to my hand a little bit, but
Yeah.
I only really need to run the Jack of Diamonds.
I feel like a small club here is okay as well. You've got enough entries in there.
I was just thinking 10 and putting the 7 under
Yeah,
it.
good idea. Keep a bit of flexibility.
Okay, I like that.
Suit preference for hearts?
Okay,
I don't like that.
not a big fan of that. I kind of just want to win the ace and run the Jack of Diamonds.
And then they win, and I guess we just have to hope that West has King of Hearts, King, Queen of Diamonds. Yeah, it's not outside the realms of possibility.
It's pretty much marked for going down. So
Here's something to think about. East has shown up with the Ace of Clubs, so they might have...
they've only got a doubleton spade, so West has King Jack to 6 spades.
If they had the Ace of Clubs and the King of Hearts, they might have just they might have decided to put 1 no trump.
What we're dreaming
Over
of
the
here
one
is
spade double.
is something like King 8 of diamonds in the pocket on the left would be a tight little holding for us. But if that
They've
is,
still got a heart.
if that is the case, they'll have a heart.
Maybe we just finesse them.
I mean, King Queen of diamonds in the West hand now gives the King of Hearts with East. It certainly isn't looking good.
Does King, Queen of Diamonds and West give King of Hearts with East?
Well, there's some chance of a King of Hearts with East, I guess, if that is possible. It all looks pretty poor, though, honestly. So not the end of the world here. As long as we can keep West off lead now, which we can't.
That's annoying.
Yeah. That is annoying. We might not even reach our 8 that we started off.
Yeah.
So,
I think we're just...
what do we know about the shapes now? So we know a
Do we
simpleton.
want to play clubs? First?
I think it's just... I think we're down 2 if the queen doesn't drop.
Yeah. That doesn't matter very much. I see.
So the Jack of Clubs.
It's gotta be right.
A tiny extra chance of the...
Yeah.
If someone has
The diamond
2
and
diamonds
the
left at
heart,
the end.
They have to play a diamond and play a heart for us.
Do the robots ever false guard with the king from King Queen?
Almost no, but
And they get a spade. So we did not make our 8 tricks.
but we didn't get a 0.
What would 8 tricks have gotten us? It would have gotten us at 10%. These people in 2 spades.
So if you bid 2 clubs and then 3 clubs, partner doesn't keycard you.
So maybe partner thought we had a better hand than we did.
It didn't say so.
It didn't say so in the description.
Or you can make you can make 6 clubs on a spade or the queen of diamonds lead.
But people
Yeah,
are going
5
down
clubs.
in 4.
5 clubs was the answer.
Mm.
Right, here we got a nice hand. We've got 21 highs. Short heart. We could double. We could bid maybe 3 no trump. Double.
I think double was a good choice. You've got a flexible hand. You don't
Yeah.
want to commit to playing no trumps.
And here we could bid something like 3 hearts. We could bid 3 no's too strong. 2 no. It's too weak.
Yeah, interesting. I think that this hand is worth a little bit more than the
than
point
2
count
no.
suggests, because even though it is only 21 points, it's all aces and kings. I kind of like the idea of just bidding 3 no now and hoping that if partner has a long 6 card spade suit.
They've got 5 spades. Okay. I don't think we're bidding over this. We've shown 24 points, have we?
Yeah.
Which isn't a huge overstatement
25
of what
points.
we've got.
Oh,
So if partner's got king, queen to 5 spades, we might make. But they
king, queen to 5 spades on a diamond lead is looking a bit grim.
no, you just run all your clubs, ditch your diamonds, and eventually lead up towards the king of hearts.
If we can ditch enough diamonds.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like
I think I'm passing.
our hand is minimum for what we've shown.
That's,
I agree with that, but
Yeah.
you know, like, hey, king jack 10 is probably even better. They got the king of diamonds.
yeah.
So largely, with the hearts and the diamond losers are going to go on the clubs. We just need to pick up the
Negotiate the trump suit.
which looks like just ace of spades, spade to the jack.
Yeah. Nothing much.
Even a
else to do.
4-1 break won't bother us as long as the queen is on side. But one final consideration is that if the queen loses, another heart will promote the 8 or 9 in the west hand. So could it be worth considering discarding the heart on 2 rounds of clubs before we take a...
Yeah.
The only problem with that is perhaps we should have done it before playing even the ace of spades.
Yeah. So ace king of clubs, ditch a heart, spade to the jack. It loses.
It loses, then
We're okay.
If it loses, we're fine.
Yeah.
But if
If
it
spades
wins
are 4-1.
and East shows out, then we're still not dead because we can cross back to
The clubs will probably stand up a bit. I think it's still worthwhile, but yeah, I think 2 rounds of clubs first.
would have been slightly better, and then with the spade as an entry to do the finesse.
Yeah.
I'm also not worried about East trumping a club unless it's a void, because they would have switched to a club. Come on.
I'd have to have a lot of diamonds.
Okay. Nice. And we got the rest.
Yeah.
So a little bit
Ah.
misplayed and a little bit lucky, but sometimes you need a bit of luck.
Yeah.
Could have been 6. Could have been.
Yeah.
No one was in 6.
No.
And 2 people were in 5. Did they have the same auction as us?
I guess it's not. No, they did.
Yeah.
Anyway, beautiful 6-4, 14 highs, so 1 spade.
Love this hand.
Yeah. Now we could, if East passes, we could be 2 hearts. Now that we could make a takeout double. No, we can make a penalty double.
I'd personally not make a penalty double.
I mean, I think it looks clear to get the hearts involved. His partner could easily have a 4 or 5 card heart suit, and hopefully with a doubles and spade, that will put us back to spades.
Well, they have a full card heart suit.
Anyway, this is a very reasonable contract. We've got ourselves with about half the deck to the 2 major level.
Now,
I don't even know if spades is better than hearts here.
that's the question, right? Is spades better than hearts?
Also, the two of clubs lead looks like either a singleton or from 3. So we'll find out shortly.
Probably ace.
Looks like from 3.
Yeah.
Alright, that looks like a singleton. Okay, so East has overcalled a 5-card club suit with a singleton spade. They could have potentially bid a double over 1 no trump. So if it went 1 spade past 1 no trump and you double, that would be takeout. So
They probably have 2 hearts then.
yeah, so East is probably, well, if they've got 2 hearts, they'll be 1, 2, 5, 5. They might have bid unusual 2 no trumps.
Yeah. So if they have 2 diamonds, how many hearts would they would give them too many hearts as well.
Just to clarify as well, it's not absolutely clear that the spade is a singleton. It seems most likely, but it's possible that they've got 2 again. With leading towards a 8x on the table is a pretty appealing thing to do.
Yeah, especially not setting up the queen of clubs.
Yep, and the diamonds look
Yeah.
dangerous too, so getting spades.
It probably actually is a doubleton, because what shape could they have to have a singleton spade
Yeah.
here in 5 clubs? That they and not made a takeout double. They're not going to have a 1, 3, 5, 4. Or
Especially because their clubs aren't great.
A consideration here that is very relevant in real bridge at the table is that the 5 of spades is missing.
Yeah.
So very often, if West had the 5 of spades, they would give a clear signal and play it. So if I was playing a real tournament here, I would guess pretty strongly that East has 6-5 doubleton.
I also kind of want to cash the king here because I want to lead a diamond up, and East presumably will be on lead.
yeah, I like that.
If they just exit another spade to me, I'm a bit sad. Whereas
So the first trick went a small club to the ace. So it does look like West has the ace.
West has 3 clubs to the king.
To the king. So maybe playing a club now severs the communication for West to be able to get in and give a rough to East. Is that a consideration?
Yeah. No.
I think a club here, it feels pretty good. Planning to put the queen with.
All right. So East can now come back another spade. Ooh,
Yeah.
the 9.
So they have a 3-card spade suit.
So that's very interesting now. It does feel like switching to the 6 from...
So I think I want to play a heart now.
Is there ever any consideration to trumping a spade? Like, we're hoping that West doesn't have the 10 of hearts in that case.
So one thing to consider is if we do play a spade and West roughs it ahead of dummy, they have to give us an entry to dummy to play a heart up. There's nothing they can play that isn't helping us out in that sense.
And if they just discard, then we rough and finesse East for the 10, because they would West would probably play the 10 if they had it, right?
Whereas if we do play a heart instead, East can win it and play a spade themselves, and now we're going to be out of luck. So I do think playing the queen of spades and
Whoa, they lead low from a doubleton.
deceptive. So certainly roughing with the 9 is clear.
Yeah.
So the 10's in the West hand. Okay, so East has the... West didn't support. West has the King of clubs.
To 3, it looks like.
East has the Ace to 5 clubs.
Ace of diamonds to some number.
I think we're
2 spades.
playing high, right?
Yeah, there's no reason not to play high here. We have no alternative choice.
Damn. So we're just losing one more trick?
We'll just be able to over off them
Yeah.
%60.
Could we have done any better?
So we're always going to lose 2 clubs. We're always going to lose a diamond. If we come out the king of hearts, then they win the ace. They can ruff with the queen. Like, we have to come out with the king of hearts after winning the spade, I think.
Yeah, the king of hearts, we come up with that. They win the ace, play a spade ruffed with the queen, and they still win the 10 of hearts.
But if we do it when they first switch to a spade, if you came out the king,
that's true. Earlier, before the spade is possible. Which is
if the first thing we did in the hand was draw trumps, stop the ruffing, we would have been okay.
Yeah, someone probably should have suggested that.
So here we've got a really nice 21. I want to treat this as balanced. If we open 2-0, that's 20-21, but it feels like too good for that.
Yeah, I think...
Do the robots play Kokish?
No.
Oh, okay.
But we can show 22-24.
Yeah, again, high card points are very much a flexible thing, and this hand certainly, with a 5-card suit and all aces and kings, is worth more than the...
It's a pretty good
base
5-card
value.
suit with all those spots.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we've got 2 spades, a heart, a club is 4, 3 diamonds is 7. Diamonds could break, the jack of diamonds could fall, we could finesse clubs.
So when we're thinking about whether to win this, we have to think about how many tricks we could possibly make if everything's good, because it's match points, don't we?
Yeah, and that's often a tricky consideration where it ends up with you risking your contract to try and bring home the over tricks.
Yeah.
So in theory, we could get 5 clubs, 5 diamonds. We could take all 13 tricks.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like ducking 1 heart is a pretty decent middle ground.
One consideration is that, assuming that the heart lid is from some degree of length, we'll be taking the club finesse into that player. So ducking the heart isn't really going to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's ducking the heart playing for? Just hoping that they're...
I'd be tempted to go for all
4-2.
13 and
yeah.
take the first one. Only because the finesse is into the danger hand anyway.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, the way you play this hand at Imps or a teams match would be completely different than we're
Yeah.
playing it here.
Yeah, totally different. Right. Oh, good news. We might be taking all 13.
Club? I like seeing a club. I also don't like seeing a club.
But we also lose the bear card.
The heart got discarded, which is good news.
Oh.
So they've pitched a winner, but unfortunately they've got a lot of other winners.
Too many, in fact.
Not too many. We still make our contract.
Because they pitched their heart.
Yeah.
53%. So when the diamonds broke, we could have taken 5 diamonds.
Stiff king of clubs. No one suggested that.
But yeah, finished with 73%. So heaps of really cool hands. Definitely got lucky. But need a bit of luck.
A lot of excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers for joining me. Thanks all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.